Time for Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero and Trails to Azure all attacks. I'm quite excited to see what's up since the last one that I watched, which was, I believe, SC. So this will be from 2 of the games. SSS Department Companions. Oh, they're so cute! So Lloyd Bannings, that was the main protagonist for, what was it? Trails from Zero? It kind of reminds me of this one MMORPG. What was it called? It has like a similar sprite. I used to be really into it when I was younger. Obviously this looks a lot more refined though. Since it is a paid game, the thing I played wasn't paid, it was free. If you know what I'm talking about, please let me know in the comments. Can't really call the name of it, but it had a similar looking sprite except with a little bit less detail. That said, I do appreciate the details that you see with the sprites, considering how small they are. It's as if they really perfected the 3D aspect of these sprites. They know exactly what makes the game look good and focus on it. Like, even with the effects, it's minimal, but there's certain details to it that make it look very fancy to some degree. It's not like super flashy to the point that it'll hurt your eyes, thankfully. It's straightforward, which I appreciate. Let's see what it looks like. See, even here, they know exactly when to make it detailed. And for the rest, they don't. Because it's not really necessary. See, even here, with the magic circles, they know what they're doing. Ooh. Oh, that's gorgeous. I'm a fan of magic circles. That's why I really liked watching magical girl genres back in the day. I still do like it. I just don't watch it as much now. I love anything that reminds me of it. Randy Orlando. This is very straightforward too. Ooh, that salamander was cool. Ooh. If you look at it here, you could see in a lot of good detail. I think it was right here. Keep going a bit more. Not right there. So you could see the exact line that he's going in through this method, which is a nice way for probably the animators to follow. And you can see the animation techniques they use. The multiple right here, 1, 2, 3, so that the movement itself looks very smooth. And obviously some flashiness right here, so that it looks like they went through, even though it's technically just the, I forgot what technique this was called, but this was also another animation technique that they use to make the movement seem smooth when they're actually like moving their body And you can see it once right here, and then another one right there, right here. And then they show the sprite right here as if, you know, he went through, which obviously he didn't technically go through it. Just making sure I didn't accidentally click a button that made the playback speed go weird. Thankfully it's not. But you can see that he ends up in this spot, and then they move him obviously with the same method of the repeated motions multiple times. It seems like they like to use that too. I think it's a technique that a lot of cartoons like to use most of the time, or at least they're famous for using it quite a lot from what I understand. And so it is one of the best ways to first, you know, be able to make a really smooth animation in a short amount of time if you don't have enough resources or time to, you know, create such smooth animation with like bunch of frames or something. But it also helps with the guiding of the light right here, or these lines, for it to look this smooth. So I really like the way that they're doing it. See, they're doing that here too. Obviously, they're also not doing it at a very, I guess, fast speed too. So you can see it a little bit easier. Well, it may be like cartoons, they would actually speed it up so that you don't see the actual mirages. Of course, the professional animators can correct me because I'm not a professional. I just do it for fun sometimes. Oh, that's so cool. Also, while I'm processing this, special thanks to my pay members on YouTube. You know who you are. Oh, even right there. Here, I'll show you. Right here. The enemy as well has that. Okay, so we got the two with enemies from the enemies themselves, but he also goes from, it's really hard to notice, but you can see like the repeat right there, right here on this side. Now this is like super fast, obviously, frame rate, I believe, but you can kind of see like, not right there, but earlier right here, it's like really fast. And they use the same technique as before, which I thought was absolutely amazing. Oh, it was actually two enemies. But either way, for the actual guy, it was like that. Tio. Ooh, her attack's really cool, or at least her weapon's super versatile. And the eyes. And they're doing it here too. That was fast. Ooh, this one's a lot more detailed model-wise. It's actually quite big. Looking at it, if it is, I assume it's like completely 3D at this point. Wow, it looks really good. I think that's the most surprising thing for me. Not only is it really big, but it's actually looking really nice too. Oh, the details. This game truly masters its details. Like, they know exactly when to use those details. crazy. That twirl was really smooth. Whoa! Like, she's combining with it. You know, I mean, technically, I guess it is old now, but for an old game, this aged really well. Especially for the one fact that they themselves probably didn't like have like a lot of money to make the game. I think they made the right decision to focus on certain details of the game and I guess master it in a sense. Ooh. I'm just in awe with how smooth everything looks. Especially with the movements of the sprites. I mean, I did hear that it's slightly easier to animate, you know, small things like chibis and whatnot. But these sprites have a lot of details too, despite that. I'm impressed. It's definitely a vast improvement from the previous game, or at least the previous one that I saw, SC. That is crazy. Wazy Hemisphere. See, even the punches here. I actually want to look at it a little bit more in detail for the punches. So let's see. It was... Okay, so... it's mostly about the lighting, it seems, like when they time it, along with the sound effects. So if you look closely, sometimes the light disappears like right here, and then they show the light from behind and then push it forward to show more impact, like that. But obviously it's going so fast you don't really realize it until you're going frame by frame, I guess. But either way, it's a very cool, and then he's flipping right here. But obviously you don't have to animate entirely, like fully, because the light is bright enough to hide it, and you just need to animate the rest after that right here. They don't do the multi for this one, but because it's fast enough and there's a bright light, they don't need to do that, and you won't really notice it. And he'll land like normal. So it's like 3 frames written right there, or drawn right there. Honestly, the tricks that animators use is amazing. I haven't learned all of them, but it's always interesting to see what shortcuts that they can use to cut the time short, but still have a really good end result. And obviously for games, they have to do extra things too. Ooh! Ooh, this was really cool! I think one of my favorite things about the ones that I've seen so far is the fact that even though it's flashy, they don't like use like strong neon lights to the point that it makes your eyes hurt. But it's bright enough so that it's not so dull when you're looking at it. I know I said that before, but they really know how to use their colors right. As someone who sucks at choosing colors, I admire that a lot. Or at least it doesn't come natural to me. Even with the removal of the jacket. I want to actually see it frame to frame right here. So let's see how they actually animated it. Okay, so we have the jacket almost there. Okay, so he has it on, and then it uses a fade. Yeah, fade right here to have it removed. And they use the blue jacket to cover the front so that it looks a lot more natural. And then another fade to have it out. And then throw it like that. Okay. Interesting, okay. That's cool. Ooh, that's some good perspective. Rixia Mao. Oh, her voice sounds familiar. I think I've heard of it. Did I hear it? Can't recall off the top of my head. Is it Hinamori's voice? No, maybe not. Hinamori from Bleach, maybe? No, maybe not. It's been a while since I watched Bleach, so I can't remember how her voice sounds. But they have a similar voice. Ooh! That's quite different from usual. Zeit? Wow, that was fast. Racer Guild. Okay. Estelle. Yay. She's so strong. How is it that it looks way better somehow? I do remember the sprites from SC being good, but it feels like they really did improve it like by a lot. That kind of makes me want to go back to the SC one and make sure that what I remember is actually right, because this is insane quality. Are they the same sprites? Now I gotta check that. Joshua Bright. Ooh, that was fast. Ooh. Oh, he was gone so fast. It makes sense for him that you would be able to see his what is it? Shadow Kage? I guess it would be shadows. Or repeats of him, since it is Phantom Attack. I gotta say though, I really like the way that this character moves. Look at it, you can see him still there. But that's what makes him seem really fast. Right here, probably. They really did a good job with him. Makes the impact super powerful. Wait, enemies? Ow. No! Dying so fast. Ooh. Making them sleep. Secret remedy. Combinations. So this is kind of like an all-out attack in Persona, right? For those of you that play both games. Or maybe not? I like how they mirrored each other and then attacked. That's cool. That killed them. Teamwork is the best. And clearly makes you very powerful too. Power of teamwork. That was really beautiful. That end there with the final explosion. Ooh, this one too. Woo. That reminded me of Excalibur from Fate. Ooh, the dragons! The ending pose. I have to admit, I actually quite like these two the best. These two, animation-wise, I really like these two the best. I do like the other characters too, but I don't know what it is about their attacks, but it really stands out to me. Also, if you're enjoying this so far, be sure to hit the like and subscribe, and share my video with a friend to spread the fun. Ooh! Ooh, I like this one. That one's the coolest. With the eyes? That's the most appropriate one.
Chance だね。アカシックスター。
Ooh, it's like shooting star attack or something. I like how whenever they're doing combinations, they mirror each other. Although they also add in their own little, you know, techniques that they're obviously from. Teamwork makes the dream work. Or is that the wrong say? That reminds me of Nanoha. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that is creative. That makes sense. Okay, so these are all arts. I will stop here. In the next part, we will be going over, or I guess, covering all the arts. I think they're all arts, I believe. Yeah, I think so. I'm not really sure. But either way, I'll cover the rest of it in the next part. Now, be sure to click on the playlist right here on the screen if you want more videos like this one. And I'm looking forward to checking out the rest in the future. Bye!